It is 3:05 on the East Coast, and it is time to drink some coffee. Hello, friends. I'm your friendly neighborhood Shakespeare, and this is my show. This is my coffee break. And thank you for joining here with me. It is wonderful to be here with you again on Tuesday, the 20th of October. Just 11 more days until Halloween. The holiest of all days of the year. Certainly if you're a child between the ages of 3 to adult. But it's Free Candy Day coming up, so it's the best. But let's start things off properly with a nice noisy slurp. Oh, that's just good internet audio. That's what that is. We have an amazing show here today. Mab Just Mab. Oh, yes. Mab Just Mab is the guest here on the coffee break. Just an entertainer like none other. Met her at the start of this quarantine. And one of my favorite people that I have met during this year. Kathy Evans is watching and says hello. She's over there on YouTube. Hello, Kathy. Thanks for watching with us today. And we're going to be bringing her in just a moment, Kathy Evans. But first, I need to introduce you to our newest sponsor here on Shakespeare's Coffee Break. I know, it's crazy. I just got dandy thought, but now we have renfest.org. I know, renfest.org is a sponsor on the coffee break. And you're like, hey, Shakespeare, how did this happen? So, I don't know. Maybe they like me. Like bringing happiness and joy to their lives. I don't know. Why are you asking me, Dad? Why are you asking? Don't get me. Wait, I can't leave. It's my show, and I have to do the ad here. This is just weird. Mab is down in the window, like, oh, what the hell did I get myself into today? We're going to bring her in. But renfest.org, absolutely wonderful organization, and let's show you a little bit about them right here on the screen. So they have a full-on directory of all of your favorite Renaissance festivals and performers, and also your favorite Renaissance vendors. I mean, they promote the work of artisans and entertainers whose livelihood has been affected by COVID-19 quite specifically, quite especially. And they have your festival guide because, most of us, we're out of work or we're trying to make things work this way as well. And really promoting the work of Renaissance artists. Look, there's me right there. Look. That's my fancy Hogwarts promo shot right there. Look at that. I look good. I mean, I do look good. But renfest.org's mission is to drive more traffic to performers' sites, vendors, online stores, and social media of the Renaissance Festival artisans and entertainers in the festival themselves, to promote the idea of a hashtag Renfest at home, to encourage patronage while fairs are closed, and support other initiatives such as Digital Renfest and Rescue Foundation that benefits this community. So they are just a wonderful organization. Thank you so much to renfest.org for becoming a sponsor. Go check them out. It's in the name, renfest.org. They are wonderful, and Shakespeare loves you. Yes. But now let us bring in today's guest. She has done burlesque. She has painted the Folger freaking theatre at the Folger Shakespeare Library. She has done so much amazing work, and I played Dungeons and Dragons with her. Well, I did. Now I just talk about her playing Dungeons and Dragons. Hello. Thank you for the job, Hello. I appreciate the money. Hello. Now, may I bring in my friend and soon to be yours, Mab Just Mab.
Hi guys, what's going on?
Oh, Mab, how are you doing, my friend?
I'm just jazzed to be on the show, man. You guys are awesome.
Yeah, see, the fun thing is I asked you that like 15 minutes ago when you logged in and all that, but now I'm asking you again in front of people. So it's great. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Oh, Mab, what have you been up to today?
Jinkies.
Jinkies? You're going full Scooby-Doo with this.
I've been doing all kinds of day job landia stuff. I've been doing working on a foundation website.
A foundation website? What?
Well, my day job involves doing front end web development. So I am a code monkey, and sometimes I choose to use my powers for good. And until all of this initiative is launched, that's as
and
much
sometimes
as I
you
will
use
say.
your powers to get the laziest yet best paid woman in showbusiness.com.
I did do that. And it's like, if you know how to do it, domain names are cheap and you can get the domain name to go anywhere. And one of the things that always cracks me up with like on a politician's website, you can buy suckit45.com and then have it redirect to Joe Biden's website. Or you could so there's all kinds of crazy mischief that a person who just buys a domain. You know what? Anyone can buy a domain name.
No, it really can.
You want.
Like, for instance, there's the people. You saw this when I had Madam Onsa on the other day. You heard me talk about it. There are people who've been for several years trying to sell me Shakespeare.net.
Right.
For several years now, and they want $20,000 for it. And they're like,
That's
"This is
the
a
thing.
deal." Several other people that are interested. I'm like, I don't think they are.
So here's my web developer tip for you. If you have
Mab's
like
hot
a
takes.
brand, if you've got a brand that's important to you, you buy all of the variations of that URL. So if you've got like ShakespeareApproves.com, also get .net and .org unless you want someone else to buy it and then put up some janky website. Usually it's porn, which is fine. I don't have any problems with that. So if mabjustmab.com redirected to porn, it'd be, like a boost in my career, I think.
Well, I do a family show, not a family making show. So maybe not. No.
But still, you know what I'm saying. It's buy all of it. So if you've got like a political campaign, again, let me just point this out. Sometime in the past, when people realized that anybody could buy a domain name, someone bought dog.com.
Yep.
And wouldn't let it go.
Yep.
And everyone wanted it. And then, like, let's just say somebody goes into politics and they go to buy their domain name, elect such and such. That's why people have these crazy domain names that they have had to get. Anyways, that's part of my day job.
I love it. What are you drinking? What's your drink tonight?
It's a sparkling lime beverage.
Ooh, that sounds fun. Very nice. I have coffee.
Are we doing the slurping? Is it?
You can slurp. You want to do a slurp?
I've been practicing. You inspired me. Hold on.
That's just good internet audio right there. Also,
That's what I thought.
right now, this is gonna so piss off the ASMR people, but I'm gonna crunch up a Scotty.
Ooh, I got almonds. That's good. Here you go. I don't think it's a. Nope, it's nothing.
No, I heard it.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It was a good mic. I got the Yeti.
Oh, very nice.
Because
I've had. This is a Samson right here. It's a USB mic, and it's not the best in the world, but it's pretty good, and it does work. But it also allows me, if I want to hold it like this, to pretend I'm Bob Barker, talking to you about great deals. Oh my gosh! And the actual retail value is $4.99. Okay, good for you. Oh no, I lost Mab. Oh no, I lost her. I lost the audio. Is it just me? Am I disconnected to it? Oh no, Mab, keep talking.
It's because I touched my mic.
Ah, there we go. Don't do that. Never touch the microphone. Never do it.
Aw, I was gonna do like this news just in. Let me tell you a story about this hot new commodity, because that's what I feel like Walter Cronkite here.
Yeah, but Walter Cronkite want to talk like he is Katharine Hepburn in Philadelphia Story.
Yeah, well, everyone is Katharine Hepburn in my eyes.
Everyone is. All right.
Everyone.
So now, friends, let's go to Mab's impression of Phil Donahue.
Oh, let me just tell you a story about the time that I did the thing. It was fantastic.
All right.
Actually, I gotta tell you, my favorite Katharine Hepburn moment is the Lion in Winter, and it's so unappreciated. Which
It's the second time today Lion in Winter has come up for me.
It is
so
such a good movie, but there's this moment, and she touched me, man. That was the moment where Catherine, who was playing Catherine,
Yes.
is like looking in the mirror. She's all despondent. She's like feeling the weight of her old age upon her. But she had put every piece of jewelry she owned on to kind of make herself feel better. And she picks up this gorgeous necklace and she goes to put it on, and there's no room because she has 30 necklaces on. And she looks in the mirrors and she goes, "I'll hang this one from the nipples. No." That would shock the children. And that was it. that was the Katharine Hepburn that I have loved for my entire life.
Oh, goodness. Reverend Tommy is just over here critiquing. Reverend Tommy, friend of the show, friend of Nat 21, which both Mab and I are on. You can watch us tonight at 8 p.m. on that.
Oh, yeah, it's tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Not evil.
No, hashtag not evil. He's saying Shakespeare's video is mildly blurry, / pixelated. Mab's is good there. Reverend Tommy, if you're not going to say something that is just supportive of me at all times, I'm just going to keep eating this biscotti. And I'm just going to get crunchy.
I thought it was my glasses here.
No. Because as more and more of us rely on doing digital streaming on the internet, and I live out in the boonies with Frontier Communications. Hey, Frontier, how are you? I mean, minimum upload speeds are supposed to be 3 megabytes per second. I am rocking 1.8. Yeah. And so I'd say, come at me, Frontier, but you're not going to be able to get here fast. Boom! I got you. I got you, Frontier Communications. I feel like John Oliver yelling at AT&T right now. I mean,
You sound like John Oliver with the boom.
Thank you. Boom! Right. I got you. Oh, I got you, Tech Daddy.
Oh, I do love John Oliver. He is also brilliant.
Isn't he great? Reverend
My
Tommy's like,
favorite
I provided me coffee comfort. Yeah,
Aww.
That was 2 weeks ago, Reverend Tommy. What are you doing for me today? You just criticizing me like my dad does. Actually, my dad is quite nice. Full disclosure, my dad is a very nice person.
So he criticizes you nicely?
Yeah, let's go with that. No, he doesn't. He tends to not criticize. He's like, he goes, you have a weird ass life and career, but you're making it work. And I'm like, thanks, Dad.
Right?
Yeah.
Right? That is so when it's a conscious decision to make a living in the arts, and
it really is.
You have to treat it like a business, and you have to.
And I suck at it, really.
So here I am. So I'm 49 and some change, and
congratulations!
Thank you. And I've been making a living in the arts for over 25 years, and I only got a full-time, proper, like salaried day job maybe 8 years ago. But I still continued to perform in addition to that day job. So things that I have learned, and I contemplated writing, but like me sitting down and writing it looks like this.
So you're that cat.
Like
You're that cat meme.
Yes, and it looks like that when you read it. It sounds like that. But
You have brought me such great joy right here in this moment.
I'm a meme. But
This is all any of us can aspire to.
I always try and talk to people about like things that you can do to actually have a career in the arts, and it's super important. And for growing up, you grow up in a lot of families say, well, it's a nice hobby, but it's not a career, like what you were just saying.
Yes.
But it is a career, and you file taxes. And unfortunately, there's ways that you can do things to make it look like you have enough revenue to buy a house, because banks are always reluctant to give mortgages to people who don't have a single point of income. If you've got
However,
your income diversified, it's crazy.
however, if you have pretend casinos,
Ta-da!
yeah, totally. So
Well, if you form, you can look. Here's my favorite part. It's like those people come up with these workarounds, and you know what? There's really nothing stopping these people from exploiting those workarounds.
Exactly.
So you know, it's really not that hard. Just like it's not hard to buy a domain name, it's really not hard to get a limited liability corporation. Dun, 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 dun. Single income, because all those gigs, money goes into the limited liability corporation, and then you pull a regular paycheck, right? And you don't have to file a 1099, but you do have to file taxes twice. It's figuring out how to work the system in the arts, and there's not enough dialogue on that topic, I believe.
So, well, we should do a roundtable on that, actually. You should come back and let's do a roundtable, because there are other brilliant people who make this work, this business that we call show, beautifully. Paolo Garbanzo, mutual friend of ours. Yours longer. He and I take turns on who's the boss. I think I'm Angela.
Can I be Mona?
Oh yes, you are definitely Mona. I mean, you got the ginger thing going there. Mona never smoked on the show.
Not on the show.
Yeah, she smoked an Overboard. Catherine Hellman smoked an Overboard. She had one of those crazy long Franklin Delano Roosevelt cigarettes.
I love those.
Why?
Well, not for actually smoking, just for like accidentally dropping your ash in someone else's cocktail.
I was going to say for an affectation, but there you go. I mean, oh, darling, I'm so sorry. I ruined your $14 beverage. Oh no.
Oh, now they are in DC.
But DC, by the way, is where I got the least expensive beer I ever had in my life.
What?
At a bar. Yeah.
What?
No. So this
How
was
much was it? And how much are you paying now? Because if you got your least expensive beer in DC, I have to wonder where that standard is.
So here's the thing. This show is nothing but tangents today, and I'm loving it. I am here for this. We're gonna come back to the business of performance and all that in a minute, because I think that's a really important topic for us to talk about. But in 2008, so 12 years ago, well, 12 plus, about 12 and a half years ago, because it was springtime, I was doing a children's theatre tour called Revealing the Mysteries of Math. Because that's a thing. Now, let's do theatre about math. It was a neat, interesting concept. There you go. Now,
hey, you know what? This whole trope or guffin about artists not liking math is BS. Music is math. Totally.
Music is
math. I like math.
Comedy is math. Hi. Yeah. I mean, like, just the simple trope of comedy comes in threes. Wait for the beat, which goes back to music, which goes back to math. There you go. Suck it. All right. No. Suck it, Mr. Hofstetler. Now, anyway. I don't know what's going on. Anyway, I was doing this children's theatre tour, and we're in Washington, D.C., and the surrounding environs in Maryland and Virginia. And we got to keep palling around in D.C. for several days and had a great time. But we go to this bar across the street from the arena, I guess, where the Washington Wizards play, maybe? Sure. It was across the street from a basketball arena. It was like in this
Chinatown?
Yeah, it was. Yes, it very much was. Very much was.
And I'm going to go like this. Chinatown.
Yes, because it's DC. Now, it's the district. So we go to this bar, and they say, hey, we're having a special on Blue Moon tonight. And I'm not much of a drinker, so I'm like, I have no idea what that means. I like Blue Moon. And Blue Moon was relatively new on a nationwide scale in 2008. And they said, we're having a special and all that. I'm like, neat, cool. Do you want them? Yeah, sure. $1.25.
Ha! That's your cheapest beer?
Well, yeah.
$1.25 is a very good price, but
For
let
a
me tell you
bar
story
in
about-
Washington, D.C.?
I ain't saying that's not a good price, brother. That is a damn fine price, especially for a damn fine beer. Let me tell you a little story about a little town called Richmond, Virginia, where Paul and I went to college, and you could get Pabst Blue Ribbon Pabst for
Pabst Blue Ribbon doesn't count.
25 cents a can, or you could get the whole pitcher for $1.
All right, PBR doesn't count. It's basically like that Dave Chappelle bit. It'll get you drunk. I mean, that's all it will do. It is not a beer. This is
Agreed.
not. That's like saying getting Natty Ice when I went to school in Pittsburgh for a quarter.
natural.
That doesn't count. That
I
doesn't
agree.
count. This is
I
not
agree totally.
This is not a dive. We're not talking dive college bars, and we're not talking church picnics. No, we're talking a bar in Washington, D.C. It was
Agreed.
nice. It was a nice
Agreed.
bar.
You're saying everything I basically said. $1.25 for a Blue Moon is a very good price.
Yes, it was. And then, fun random fact, not connected to that story, but still randomly connected in my brain. So, as the winter became spring and spring training was starting, missed spring training down in Florida for baseball. I'm a big baseball fan, but got to see a lot of baseball on the road, just traveling the country. And weirdly, how it worked out is we were almost chasing the Philadelphia Phillies, whom I've never been a fan of. But I figured, well, we're kind of following you. Thus, I will cheer for the Phillies. And I bought myself a Phillies hat and all that. And then I would often wear a Pirates hat to the Phillies games because I like fights. And so, but
that's what we call being a jerk.
Yeah, a little bit. I was being a real life troll, all right? But people at the Phillies games, and there are people, that will chase them around just like for any sport, like, or theater. Like, people go to different Renaissance festivals all the time to see specific acts. And we started to recognize each other, like, hey, Pirates guy! and they like seeing me on the road because I was a little bit of a taste of home for them as well. But it was nice. But we at Coors Field, so where the Rockies play in Denver, we're seeing the Philadelphia Phillies play the Colorado Rockies, and the beer they have a brewery on site, and it's Blue Moon, or at least at the time it was Blue Moon, because Coors had bought Blue Moon, and so they brewed Blue Moon on site at Coors Field. And the night had turned bitterly cold because it was April in Colorado.
Yep,
So,
I get you.
Yeah. So I watched 90% of the game from the brewery on a screen.
That's where I would have watched the game,
Yeah.
me being a big sports ball fan and everything.
Yeah.
No, not even a little
Yeah.
bit.
So John wants to know, was your 25-cent beer good?
No.
All right. Susan says PBR is not really a beer. Sometimes you get what you pay for. That's true. She's Canadian and she knows some beer.
Agreed.
Rev Tommy says, you want some real beer and not, quote, water? Here's a variety of ones he has made. Oh, look at you.
So I'll tell you, one of the
Mr. Microbrew. Oh, and Susan
Paul-
says, go Expos. Expos actually were the parent team of the baseball team I grew up with, the Harrisburg Senators. And now they are Mab's home team. So there you go, Washington. So Susan and Mab, you two have something in common.
What
Washington
sport is
Nationals, baseball.
Ah.
Washington Nationals, that's your home team.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, were formerly Susan's home team, the Montreal
Okay.
Expos. Yeah, but I cut you off in my excitement of that. So go ahead and tell your story.
About touring with the Accidental Circus, which is the show that Paul, Ansa, and myself and a few others Sidetracked Theater. I don't know if you've ever worked with them.
No, I have not.
When we toured, we did a lot of bar-based venues, and one of the things I would try to do is sample whatever local beer was there. And I was introduced to a lot of really delicious beers, and I love beer. That's all I got to say about that.
I have become quite a stout drinker. I like
I love stout.
I love stout. I love stout.
So here's another thing I want to bring up.
Oh, go ahead, please. Yeah.
When you introduced me, you said that I do burlesque. That is actually not accurate.
Oh.
I do not do burlesque.
I was told by Paul that you did.
I actually do sideshow, which is different than burlesque.
Well, in that case, we're going to come back into that conversation in just a minute. But first, I'm going to have to go over and pay some more bills. So, Mab, stick around. I love you. And I'm going to come over here and pay some bills here. Because today's show is brought to you by several people who pay me money. Thank you. People who pay me money. I like money. And I want you to give them your time and attention here. And so the first one we're going to talk about is Hill Storage and Rigging Company. And as Susan Hill will tell you, no relation. Hill Storage and Rigging Company, no job too large or too small. Enjoy the peace of mind that comes from knowing your equipment is in skilled and experienced hands with services from their machine movers and erectors in Middletown, Pennsylvania. Established in 1967, Hill Storage and Rigging Company is a family-owned and operated full-service millwright serving industries in the Mid-Atlantic states and beyond. They are a woman-owned small business with hours of operation Monday to Friday, 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. Eastern Time, available Saturdays and Sundays by appointment only. Hill Storage and Rigging Company. Find them online at hillrigging.com and also by calling 717-944-7676. Thank you, Hill Rigging, for being a sponsor of Shakespeare's Coffee Break. And also, Dandy Folk. Yes, bits and bobbles for the sharp and snazzy. Dandy Folk, absolutely wonderful group of people. They make accessories all over, and we're going to be showing you that in just a moment if I can get faster at switching tabs here on my screen. So, if only there were like hotkeys, I could do it. There we go. Dandy Folk, here is their Etsy page. Absolutely wonderful. They make beautiful accessories that you can check out. We're going to make them a bit bigger here by doing... Oh, there we go. Dandy Folk. Now let's show them your page now. They make wonderful masks and different patterns of all sorts. Here is, like, for instance, a toil version of Star Wars. Limited edition Galaxy Twilight, I don't know, Toil, premium face mask sewn in filters, makes it look beautifully antiqued. By, as you can see, there's Darth Vader, Princess Leia with a blaster, C-3PO, Luke Skywalker, Han Solo, the Millennium Falcon. Oh, and we have some others. It looks like Kylo Ren might be in there, and Finn, Stormtroopers, a Mandalorian of some variety. There's Ray right there. Oh, so many. And that's just one pattern that you can get. So let us get back to the main page. Oh, and I was actually not doing too much there. But they are absolutely wonderful. Dandy Folk, you can peruse their ever-expanding collection of accessories, reversible venture hoods, scarves and masks, and more to get you through the season in style. Spooky and fall Halloween collections, fandom collections, if you're into the Doctor, or Hobbits, Wizards, the Force, the Federation, they've got you covered. The cotton masks are hand and machine washable, sewn in polypropylene filter, built-in stainless steel nose bridge, comfortable woven elastic, and the 3D shape of their new mask patterns provides more breathing space betwixt your mouth and nose and the fabric while offering a good seal across the nose and under the chin. And now I have an older one of the, and I have an older of their models right here. And this one is Federation. Yes. Now you stainless steel nose clip is right in here. Now, how this works, strap right there, pull it over your head, pull it up over your face, and tie it. Now, here's the great thing I also want to show you with it. And do I have it right here? Oh, yes, I do. Here's the filter. Now, these are sewn in to the new version, and it's entirely machine washable. But it goes across and fills up the entirety of the mask. So it's amazing and brilliant. So Dandy Folk, Etsy.com/shop/Dandy Folk. Check them out. Thank you, Dandy Folk, for being a sponsor of the show. And if you would like to become a sponsor of Shakespeare's Coffee Break and Shakespeare's Shameless Self-Promotion Happy Hour, drop me an email, shakespeare@shakespeareapproves.com. That's shakespeare@shakespeareapproves.com. Or message me on one of the Facebook pages, the Facebook page for the show proper, facebook.com/Shakespeare's Coffee Break, and over on the main page, facebook.com/Shakespeare approves. But now, enough of this bullcrap of whatever we're talking about. Let's talk back to my friend Mab Just Mab.
And
She is
we're
a side.
back.
And we're back. Thank you
And
for
we're
joining us here on Shakespeare's Coffee Break on National Public Radio. Oh yes, you have a beautiful radio voice. Oh my goodness, you could read me a story and I would just go to sleep. This is nice.
It would also definitely be one of those Harlequin romances.
Would it?
Make it
Would it? Because I feel
awkward.
like this also works very nice. Oh, just to make it awkward. Nice. I feel like this could also work just as a. The three little kittens, they lost their mittens and then began to cry. Oh, I always mix that one up though with something else. Like they will come home, wagging their tails behind them. I'm just like, wait, what? Yeah, that's not the poem. But let's talk about sideshow. Sideshow
Yeah,
versus
let's talk about
burlesque.
sideshow.
Yes.
Different than burlesque. They are not the same thing. So
No.
let's look at the little hierarchy of things. You have the base, the foundation of it all will have variety artists. And in variety artists you have like circus, you have sideshow, and you have burlesque, right? And then each one of those has its own little threads of what you could do, with circus you have like juggling and acrobatics and that kind of thing. And then with sideshow you have like your working acts, you have your natural born, and then you have the lowest rung, which would be the geek acts. But you can still, there's like some still crossover and all of that. But
Why are
but
geek acts the lowest rung?
because there's like working acts take skill, like sword swallowing
Okay.
and fire eating.
All right, very
And
good.
then natural borns are natural born human oddities, and they are fantastic and precious, and they are usually like the highest tier in a sideshow.
All right.
And then the geek acts are the ones that take no effort and pretty much anybody can do. Like like a bed of nails is based. It's not like technically the geek act comes from the guy who bites the head off of live animals.
Oh, so the person who's willing to do the weird thing. I had an
Well,
entirely
everyone's
different
willing to do the
connotation.
weird thing. We're all willing to do the weird thing. I want to be crystal clear on that one. But it's the ones that take no training, really.
All right, so because I was going to say I do a rather geeky show, so I was like, oh, I guess in sideshow I'd be a geek act.
Well, I work with the Cheeky Monkey Sideshow, and we are famous for being the geek sideshow, right?
The geek.
We are all super nerdy. You pick a fandom, and we are on it.
All right.
But we also do a lot of these, geek acts, which would be like drinking motor oil. That's a fun one. Or swallowing a balloon. That's a good one.
What would a flea circus be considered?
Ooh.
Deborah Grossman.
Well, technically it's a circus because it involves like trained animals. So that's more in the circus side of thing, and it's an animal act.
Would it technically be an animal act? I mean, it's like just going back to Jurassic Park. Old Man Hammond was like, oh yes, he had a flea circus, and he says part of it was, the misdirection of, Mummy, I can see the fleas. Can you see the fleas? Oh, and fleas on trapeze and little flea carousel. And, shh, never mind. We do not speak of Old Man Hammond and his flea circus. All right, very good.
Well, it
very
depends
good.
on the circus too, because a lot of magicians transition into flea circuses because a lot of the concepts are very similar. And
Oh,
all
very
I will
neat.
say on that. So yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
Oh, here's a fun fact about the Cheeky Monkey Sideshow is we won the it's called the Candlelight Award, and it is given from the Circus Historical Society to a sideshow that helps preserve
the tradition. So it was a big honor to receive that.
That's amazing.
Last year, I
Congratulations.
received the Big Hoot Award, which is at the Southern Sideshow Hootenanny, which is a collection of all of the sideshow performers from around the world who can take the time, really, and meet in New Orleans. And it's called Cutting Up Jackpots. It's where you swap stories and just, and unabashedly steal acts from other people. But really, it's the hardest show to do because you have to be so good that another sideshow performer will like your act. And that is the hardest thing to do. Because we are all
wonderful.
just jaded and bitter people.
So, yeah, absolutely. I mean, so for sideshow, where would Renaissance Fair festivals fit into this? Would the Renaissance Festival itself be considered the circus, and depending on what you do, that's your act? If you're sideshow, or you're one of the main attractions, or whatever, like how would that actually work?
Yeah, Ren fairs are a whole nother circuit. So there's different circuits that you could take your act on, and it's just whatever, to speak in gaming terms, it's what skin you're wearing. It doesn't change. It doesn't change what you're doing really very much. So if you guys are doing like a lot of hat shows, then, that's a whole different presentation of a show than a regular flat rate stage show. Those two shows, it may be the same performer doing the same basic material, but it is presented in two wildly different ways.
Oh yeah, I mean, just doing a hat show versus doing a show where I'm already paid, there's pressure that's taken off if the check is already either have been given to you or about to be given to you.
Yep.
Whereas
totally
when it's a hat show in whole or in part, there's an extra impetus to get the audience to buy into it. Yeah, you're literally asking them to buy in. I mean, you always say it's a buy-in, no matter what. I'm asking you to believe. We call it in sideshow.
It's called a ding. We have
a ding. All right.
And that's because you usually had a metal bucket, and when people put their quarter or whatever in, it would go ding.
Love
ding.
it.
And love it. Yeah, and it gives the audience a sense of satisfaction. Oh yeah, I built a couple of dings.
That is sounds equivalent to when you're getting food at many Renaissance festivals. This is the part where you tip them. Ding ding ding! Huzzah to the glorious tipper!
Yeah.
Oh my, excellent. Yeah. Which I have yelled many a time, but never at my own show. I don't do it at my own show because there's so much happening all at once. So, for instance, because people will also wait in line, because it's a bit of a different thing. People, a lot of time, people will wait in line because they don't just want to drop money in your hat. They want to thank you for the experience. It's simultaneously dropping money in the hat and the stage door experience that you would get at a theater.
Yeah, that's a good way of putting it. I like
it's a little bit of both. So for instance, in my case, where it's storytelling, but it's audience interactive improvisation, or the audience are the actors in the performance. Would I actually fit into that sideshow world?
Yeah, actually. So you are a talking act, is what it's called.
Yeah.
And
seems to make sense.
In the vaudeville presentation format, which is what I tend to draw upon, you'll have a magic act, you'll have a talking act, or a lecture act a lot of times. You'll have a sideshow, and you'll have a cooch act, which is like some sort of sex appeal act. And then there's other...
A coach act, you said?
Cooch.
Oh,
like the hoochie coochie.
Yeah. No, I honestly heard coach, and I was thinking, like, they're gonna put you in coach, or like
you're gonna put me in coach.
The coach brand of handbags that you can get for a lot of money.
Not in this game. This is your Coach knockoff bag, and get on stage.
Here's your Coach knockoff. Well done. You can get some Coach for not too much money. Why are we talking about Coach?
I don't
This is
know.
weird.
I
This
don't
is
know.
weird.
But let's
This is
talk
a
about
weird show.
Cooch and the Hoochie Coochie Act.
Do it.
And burlesque falls under the Cooch tent,
All right, very good.
which is a separate tent than the sideshow tent. Now, sideshow, this is the thing I love, is in sideshow they have a couple of different ways to do presentation. There's the grind show, where you're constantly doing the act again and 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 again.
Yes.
And it's the same act, and there's no real pattern. It's like down the hatch without I just swallowed a sword, down the hatch, because the people are grinding through the tent.
Okay.
Right? And then there's the 10-in-1, and I have been spending so much of my later life trying to become a one-woman 10-in-1, and that's 10 acts in one tent. And sometimes there are 10 performers all around the tent. Sometimes it's one stage, and 10 performers will spend like a few minutes on stage doing their act. But it is a great honor and an achievement to become a one-woman 10-in-1. So on my list of acts that I do, I have a Bed of Nails, which is one of the first ones I did, Straitjacket Escape, Glass Walking, Fire Eating, Blockhead, Balloon Swallow, Animal Traps. I also play the ukulele, which is a music act, and it's not technically a sideshow, but it is very dangerous because it is a ukulele. And
That's 8.
I know. What else do I do? What else is there? I don't swallow swords, unfortunately.
All right. Fire breathing?
I eat fire, I don't breathe it. So I already
I'll count
counted
it.
fire eating.
Oh, all right.
I already counted fire eating. Gosh, and since I've been retired this past year, not a lot of glass walking, bed of nails. So I have 3 paint acts. Yeah, I'm not quite there.
Well,
I'm not
yeah.
quite there. I do count MC, so I could do a lecture act. Oh, and my animal act. Oh,
All right, there you go.
I've got an animal act. And I only bring him out very rarely because he is a little senior. I do.
Is this Murder Beast?
No, I do jackalope rescue and rehabilitation.
Say what?
Jackalope rescue and rehabilitation.
No, I heard you. I just wanted to make sure I actually heard that. All right,
Yeah,
very good.
so it's not easy to get certified, and I'm only like a level 1, and I would like to get to level 5, but I haven't been spending the time to get up there.
All right.
But I do have like your baseline certification to take in jackalopes. Is he around? Is he around? Come on, buddy. He doesn't move very well. Okay, yeah. Hold on a second. Let me see if I can go get him. Come on. Yeah, I do.
What is
So
happening?
I have one guy that I'm kind of taking care of. He does hospice care. I'm doing hospice. He's a senior.
What the bloody hell? What the bloody hell you have?
He doesn't move very well. He's definitely old. Come on. It's okay. Come on.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Shh. And they are nocturnal, so he likes to sleep at night, so I'll just hold him here for a while.
You mean diurnal? He sleeps at night?
Nocturnal, what'd you
Nocturnal's
say?
up in the day. Diurnal. Nocturnal, you're up during the day.
Sorry, he sleeps during the day.
Yeah,
he's like tickling my ear right now, so it's hard to concentrate. Come on, buddy. Show you want to?
Oh my god.
Oh, I know you were sleepy. You were sleepy. Okay, I'll let you sleep. Okay.
Oh my God.
So yeah, he's very sweet, but unfortunately his back legs are paralyzed. He doesn't really move very well.
Oh, poor baby.
Yeah, he was okay. Shh. All right, I might have to put him back down because he is kind of nibbling on my ear. Shh. All right. Come on, buddy. Come on. There you go.
Poor baby.
I know. Yeah, so we think he was attacked, probably by some kind of animal because he was found in the
Oh, looks like Mab's signal is freezing. Oh no! Oh, goodness gracious. Oh, that is a shame. All right, so we're losing Mab here for just a moment. Hopefully we didn't lose me. Oh, no, yeah, I'm still there.
And a lot of
All
people
right.
does.
Oh, there's Mab. Mab is back. Excellent.
Am I back?
Yeah, you're back.
I was just gonna say, you know, the jackalope sometimes will chew on cords, but he doesn't get around very much, so I wasn't really worried about
Oh,
him
goodness.
chewing
And
on
what's
a
his
cord.
name? What's his name?
Oh, ask me. I call him Mr. Bun.
Mr.
I
Bun.
know, not very creative, but
Oh,
he's
that's
a
adorable.
sweetheart. Ha! The Jackalope Defamation Society.
Oh, wonderful. Well, Mab, it has been a true pleasure to get you on here. You're going to have to come back again because I want to talk to you about so many other things that we just don't have time for in today's block. Like we're going to talk about gaming. All right. Yes. Because you can, of course, join Mab and I tonight. For Nat 21 Adventures at 8 p.m. You can watch it on twitch.tv/PaoloGarbanzo and Facebook.com/Nat 21 Adventures. But also, I want to talk to you about the business side of all of this because we can maybe try a panel with you and you and Paolo and maybe like Vince Conway, people who are just really killing it on the business side and can also explain properly to everybody else of how to make it work. And also our friends watching who, not necessarily a professional entertainer, but could take some good advice out of it. And also say, oh, maybe this is a good career path for me, if you so choose. But I just really want to thank you, my friend, for joining me on the show today. It's a real pleasure to have you. And it has been... And you are one of my favorite people whom I've never met in person.
Well, that is some high-dang praise. You're not met in person yet?
No, we only met since the beginning of the quarantine.
Oh wow! I feel like we're like besties, you know.
I think it's just simply because we get on so very well, but. Yeah, but
because you're a people person.
I am a people person. Yeah, let's go with that. Yeah. But
I know I'm not. I'm a miss right there.
That's a total lie. We will get you back on here hopefully soon again because you're just too much fun and get you to just talk about wonderful things because you were schooling us on everything sideshow. And we talked about beer and Reverend Tommy, by the way, making his bathtub gin. He has cloche.
Send one to give a cloche to Paul next time you see him, and hopefully I will see him before he drinks it.
Oh, Reverend Tommy, give one to Paul. Okay, I was like, what are we talking about? So that was to you, Reverend Tommy. Give Paolo a cloche, but he has an Irish red, a Belgian triple, and a cloche. What is a cloche?
If I recollect proper, it's kind of a wheatier beer. But a Belgian triple does sound good too. Not a fan of the Irish reds, but that's because I burned out on Killian Red when I was in college. So.
I think we all did. I think we all that in your PBR for a quarter.
and IPAs, no, thank you.
No, thank you. No, thank you. I do not like IPAs. I do not like them in a glass. I do not like them. Shove it up.
In my.
Yes, exactly.
Oh.
Glass. Now, just bottled his very first mead. Well done. He has a variety of hard ciders as well. Well done, you, Reverend Tommy. Yeah, I'm such a lightweight. That's why I like stout because I can just, it's a sipping beverage.
It's so good.
Yeah, and it's really good. Yeah, it really is. Oh, goodness. But I'm going to have to wrap up the show. Mab, thank you so much for being here. And we'll get you back on. So make sure you go and give Mab some love, friends and neighbors, and just have a wonderful time loving Mab Just Mab. So today's Shakespeare's Coffee Break, I'd like to thank you all for joining us because I am your friendly neighborhood Shakespeare, and this is my coffee break. Once again, special thanks to Hill Storage and Rigging Company, no job too large or too small, Dandy Folk, Bits and Bobbles for the shop, and Snazzy and Ranfest.org, your directory of Renaissance festivals, entertainers, and artisans, all for being sponsors of the show. And friends, There's a lot going on coming up. For instance, you can buy your Ren Pops. Go to renpops.com and get your very own Shakespeare-approved Ren Pop. Yes, make your own Shakespeare out of paper. You can either download the PDF for it or send away and they'll send you a cardstock version. And then make sure you tune in tomorrow to Shakespeare's Coffee Break. Tomorrow on the show, I believe we have Langer's Ball. Yes, Langer's Ball are the guests tomorrow. They are genuinely wonderful and delightful. And then on Thursday, we have Ophelia's Looking Glass. Tonight at 8 p.m., Nat 21 Adventures, the live Dungeons & Dragons show with performers from the Renaissance Fair. Tuesday nights, we are on our penultimate episode of Season 3, Campaign 3, tonight, 8 p.m. New cast member joining the show. Oh my God, who's it going to be? Tune in and find out. Watch it at facebook.com/nat21adventures. Go to twitch.tv/pelagobanzo, because when a natural 20 just won't do, you need a nat 21. And Talking Trek every other Thursday at 7 p.m. with our all new format featuring a panel where we talk all things Trek, and we're enjoying the current renaissance of new Star Trek that we're experiencing. Next episode will be next Thursday. Shakespeare Reviews, the Shakespeare movie review show I do with Andrew McKee from Life's Affair, Andrew McKee, the Irish bard. That is on Fridays. The new episodes drop about 9:30 in the morning on Life's Affair's Facebook page and YouTube channel. And at 3:05 in the afternoon, in place of this show, we do our watch party. The next episode is 10 Things I Hate About You this Friday. And of course, Shakespeare's Shameless Self-Promotion Happy Hour. I am not hosting it this week, but it's still going to happen. Yes, Liv the Druid from Digital Ren Fair and Music the Gathering is the special guest host this Friday. Oh my gosh, it's going to be amazing and wonderful. You're going to have to tune in and watch that. Of course, next week is Halloween week, people. We're already there. The greatest time in history is here. That's why I'm wearing black today. I wanted to go Hamlet, and also it looks good on me. I'm a little bit sexy. Now, we kick things off on Tuesday with Nat 21 Adventures Halloween episode, the season finale of Season 3. It is the Halloween episode, Night at the Mausoleum. You can take part in the game like never before with a special Halloween adventure gift box set. Go to nat21adventures.com. There is still time to order that. And of course, on Wednesday, we have Titus Andronicus, for kids. It is my latest show with the Social Distancing Players, the online theater group I started at the beginning of the Corona apocalypse. So featuring 5 actors from the Renaissance Festival and Theatre Worlds who are otherwise unemployed. You can support the show by sharing it out to all your friends watching the show, but also supporting the Indiegogo campaign we have set up to pay for the show. The hope is to get each actor a minimum of $100. We have a $700 goal. The 5 actors, me, and then also $100 going towards the next show. That is our hope. If we make more than $700, everybody goes home with more money, and that's just great and wonderful. So please support the Indiegogo campaign on that. That is Indiegogo. That will be igg.me/@/Titus Andronicus for kids, just like you see it on that title card right there. And the link will be in the comments in just a moment. So that is next Wednesday night, 7:05 p.m. You know it's good when everyone dies, and there's pie. And of course, Shakespeare's Shameless Self-Promotion Happy Hour next Friday is being given over to Shakespeare's Shameless Self-Promotion Halloween Party. That is right. I'm going to need you, good people, to send in your best Halloween costumes, to join the show like Mab. Join the show here today if you can, because we're going to have a panel of judges judging your Halloween costumes. There will be prizes for the first, second, and third place, and also honorable mention. If I only have 4 entries, guess what? Everyone gets a prize. If I have 5 entries, everyone will probably still get a prize. I'll send someone a Reese's cup or something. I don't care. I'll just send you candy. I'll do it. I will send you candy. Because why not? Candy. But, oh, goodness, friends. That is the show. If you enjoy the show half as much as I enjoy making it, I obviously enjoy it twice as much as you did. And that's called math. And whatever you feel the show is worth, a 1, a 5, a 10, for a 50, you can get a part of my latest show, Titus Andronicus, for kids. Drop money into my hat. And by hat, I mean coffee.com, ko-fi.com/Shakespeare. Go to coffee.com and buy me a cup of coffee. And if you want to become a recurring supporter of the show and everything I'm trying to make here, go to patreon.com/Shakespeare and become a Patreon of the arts. We have levels starting as low as $3, going as high as $30. But right now, because, times are tough for all of us, everyone gets the same perks. So I do hope that you will be able to support the show and just help keep live theatre alive. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you to Mab Just Mab for being on the show. Go follow her and all the things. I threw her information up into the comments. But also make sure you follow me. Follow the show, Shakespeare's Coffee Break, on Facebook. Follow me, facebook.com/Shakespeare Approves. Also on Twitter @ShakesApproves, Instagram, and YouTube. Go follow me and all the things. And also, my friends, the Zenith Players, who co-host this show. Go follow them on Facebook, facebook.com/Zenith Players and zenithplayers.com. Click on the very attractive donation button while you're there. But that's it. As always, suck it, Derek Jacobi. You know what you did. And I love you. You love me. There's mutual glorious affection. See you soon, friends. Bye-bye.